Welcome back to the show, everyone. Ives is about to go in a hole.
Gatey.
No, it's a hole you don't want to go into.
Hey.
Ew, they don't like you.
Are they gonna come back out again? Ooh.
Oh, you tease. Careful.
Oh. Hey, pustule.
You're like the sticky-fingered 3-year-old who had to touch everything.
Ooh, I got a nubbin.
I want to say things, but knowing your mind, how horribly dirty it is. Just gotta touch and stroke everything that I'm not supposed to touch in here.
I do.
Like Commander Shepard. If it's got a hole, I'm interested.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting when we get to play the legendary version.
I don't know.
You're not even gonna try it. You're not curious.
I'm curious, but I'll watch you play it. I'm not gonna spend another $60 on games I already spent too much money on.
I'm not sure I'm gonna buy it when it first comes out. I'll probably wait until it goes on sale or something. Because honestly, for a game that I've already played through, I can't really justify paying full price either.
I've played through Mass Effect 1 at least 8 times.
Yeah.
I've played through Mass Effect 2 maybe double that number of times, maybe 16 times.
What irritates me is the number of times you have to play through Mass Effect 1 to cap out on your max level to carry that character over to Mass Effect 2 and still have like every upgrade you need. Or not need, but would like.
Yeah, you would like.
Yeah.
And it's completely unnecessary too. It's just a goal that you make for yourself. Oh, the time is now.
Chatka vodka.
My blood opens the door.
Chatka vodka. Chatka vodka. Drink some more. Uh-oh.
You're a fucking rock star. Not a homeless drunk guy. Drink me up.
No shortcut?
Yeah, that is a shortcut.
But bang! No, you don't. No, you don't. There you go. Man, that guy was full of chili.
Seriously. And resin. Gotta try not to hang myself on this.
Oh.
To be
Poor
or not
Yorick.
to be. Hey, I'm gonna skull fuck you.
This is why I don't like playing games with you. Did you read Why the Last Man?
I don't think. No, I haven't.
You still got plenty of time to read it before it comes out on
Really?
TV. It's probably one of the better graphic novels you'll ever read.
Have we talked about on the show yet that they're actually making an HBO series out of The Last of Us and how exciting that is for me?
No, I don't think we have, because that news dropped
A while ago.
after the last time we played together, or tried to play together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Pedro Pascal.
Yep. And they got the little girl who played Lady Mormont
Bella
from Game
Ramsey,
of Thrones.
I think.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Oh, just so you
I think it's like Allie Ramsey or something. I can't
Something
remember.
like that.
shows your resin, ammo,
Who's just such a fucking badass.
Yeah.
What a great team. But it's there's been enough news about it that they've already confirmed that like they're going to stray from the original story
Right.
quite a bit.
I mean, they kind of have to.
which is
to keep
that's a good thing. I'm saying that
Yeah.
as a positive, because it's a completely different. You can't play a video game and experience whatever's happening to you. Like, yeah, you're playing as different characters, but you're experiencing their emotions and their tribulations.
And I think that I read that they got. I
It
think
doesn't translate to TV.
I think I read that they got the director from the Chernobyl miniseries on HBO to do direction, or maybe it was the producer. I don't remember for this also. Which I don't know if you watched Chernobyl, but it's pretty freaking good for a
I have
miniseries.
it's on the long list of things that I have to get to.
Yeah. I mean, it's really kind of frightening, and even in retrospect, but very informative.
And I think the original writer of or main director, I don't know, the main writer maybe. I talking to my ass. Says that he's going to be part of the actual production as well.
Neil Druckmann.
Sure, I don't remember.
Yeah, I actually read something where they originally approached him to do a film for the movie theaters.
That's a lot of explodey dudes.
and this is actually going to blow up all of those, I think. But he said that it didn't pan out because the studio that wanted to make it wanted to make too much of a grandiose kind of actiony, bombastic film, which is not the point of that.
Yeah, exactly. It's
story.
It's not action, even though action happens in it.
Yeah,
that's not the main focus.
There's action in the game for pacing reasons, but not for story, driving reasons. So
I just looked it up. It is Bella Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at remembering names these days. I used to be really good at it back in my Blockbuster days. I'd have all the names straight in my head.
For me, it was like the Cinema Arts Center days where I had to know all the names and how to pronounce them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them were international and like, my French is not that good.
Right.
Or German. A lot of them were French and German. I can fake it for the most part.
What was the hardest movie title to pronounce in your cinema?
It wasn't the titles that I had a problem with, because you would hear other people say the titles more often than you would hear the people say the actors and actresses.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the one I got into trouble most with was Chloe Sevigny.
Okay.
Which nobody says that way.
Right.
But because a lot of the people who came to the cinema were pretentious assholes, they would call up and I had to do the movie line. So our movie line, you'd call up and you'd hear my voice doing the recording of, this week at the Cinema Arts Centers, the following schedule is for Friday, November, whatever the recording was. We wouldn't just read the movie's title and the times and dates that they were playing. No, I had to read a full fucking synopsis of whatever movie was playing.
I think I remember that.
And I had to make it fun to keep doing it. I hated doing it.
Right.
I had like the voice recording stage fright at the very beginning of it, and you could hear like my voice breaking and everything. But after a while, I got really adjusted to it, and I was like, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But every now and then, some pretentious dick would call up and be like, your voice recording didn't pronounce Hugo properly. It's pronounced Ugo.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, come on. Give me a fucking break. Just come in and see the movie.
How'd you get chosen to do that synopsis thing for the...
Vic and Charlotte liked my voice.
Oh.
That was basically it. Also, I closed out often enough. So if you close out on the day when all the movies change schedules and you're the last person to leave,
okay. So
it just makes sense that you do the recording.
It's like drawing the short straw, basically.
Kind of, yeah. There was one occasion where this tiny little old lady, one of our regulars, came in one day, and I didn't normally work the mornings, and I happened to be covering for whoever did work the mornings at the time, probably Jean. And she recognized my voice when I was in the box office, and she was like, "Oh my God, you're the one on the recording. You have such a beautiful voice." And I like melted. I was so happy.
Yeah, you can imagine.
I mean, it really helped that it was a customer that I actually really enjoyed seeing. It was just like some asshole that like came in and was like, "Oh, you're the voice." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's me. Thanks. Bye."
In the vein,
I would love to get into voice. If you hear my old recordings and you like it and you think I have a good voice, please sign me up for voice acting. I'd like to get into that.
In the vein of movie title, not pronunciation, but misspeaking names of things. One of my favorites. This is back from my Blockbuster days and before the cinema.
You meant to do it out of fun, or
no? Customers would use the wrong name to. Oh, got my calorie moves and. Customers would use the wrong name when describing a movie title.
Oh, sure, that happens all the time.
And the one that was my favorite was the Billy Bob Thornton movie Monsters Ball that came out in the early 2000s. And you can kind of sense where I'm going with this.
Monsters Ball was at the theater. It happened every time we sold a ticket.
That wasn't a gift. That's my gun.
That's my gun. So you got Monster Balls all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Monster Balls.
Like some Monster Balls, please. We don't sell those here. Or rent them. Either one.
Would you like to rent my Monster Balls?
Yeah, exactly. All right, I don't know what I can buy. Oh, I can get Burst Fire.
The first one's free. You have to pay for the other.
I kind of want to save for the laser sight because I found that to be super useful.
Yeah. I Yes, I completely agree.
The first time I
The
played
laser
this,
sight and the other, like the clip enhancement.
yeah, just gonna go back there for a second. The first time I played this, I bought the reflex sight because I was like, I really need to improve my aim. And the reflex sight is worse than the iron sight, in my opinion, for actually shooting the pistol.
Yeah, definitely. If you're playing this for the first time, just don't bother with the fucking,
Yeah, it's a waste of resin.
like the ACOG scope or whatever it is they call it. But the laser sight does help a lot.
Yeah, because you can actually see where your aim.
You don't have to use the iron sights anymore. You can just see where the dot is.
Right.
It's point and click.
Oh. Ow.
Thankfully, that didn't hurt. You're so strong, Alyx.
I have Russell face. I'm
You can,
pervious
if you're quick enough, you
teacups.
can catch those with your offhand and throw them back.
Yeah. My reflexes aren't that good anymore, though.
Man, there's a lot going on in here.
Damn it.
Ping. I'm trying to remember some of the other movies we played that customers would butcher the name of, or I would butcher the name of, and of course, right now they're not coming to me.
Mm. We also...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of the things that would happen at the video store all the time was we get either family films, but more often porn VHSs returned in the clamshell
Really?
cases that the rentals were supposed to be returned in. And then we'd have to call the customer up because we had their information and tell them that their video was at the store, and then they'd come in super nervous and embarrassed.
We know you were the last person to have this tape.
The best was we got a copy of The Perfect Storm, like the clamshell back, but inside of it was 101 cum shots.
Oh, wow.
So it was very blatant.
That's too many cum shots.
And we made a point, because we got the answering machine when we called up the customer, we made a point to repeat the title.
We have your copy of 101 cum shots.
Just to be clear, 101 cum shots is in the case.
Now, was it a play on like 101 Dalmatians or something?
I don't know.
Because 101 seems excessive.
I never, we never watched them, obviously, for obvious reasons, because in the store, the TVs are all in the middle of the store.
Yeah. You left an explodey thing back there if you want to get it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I should use that.
I was so disappointed in this game that I couldn't use like the iron bar you just took out as a weapon.
I know.
That was, like, of all things to be disappointed about in a video game, if that's the biggest one, what a great game you made.
Yeah.
You know, for all your talk about what a left
But especially in a game like Half-Life where the crowbar is iconic, I thought, oh, this is the crowbar equivalent, but no.
Yeah.
Maybe in a future installment they'll do that.
There's squishy sounds here, too. So, did you watch 101 cum shots?
No. But I was intrigued for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like my limit's like 4.
Especially at a video store like Blockbuster, which didn't carry actual porn. What we had was softcore porn.
Yeah, like the Skinemax kind of stuff.
Well, it wasn't even that. Like, they wouldn't get fully naked because Blockbuster was a... like, I think the owners were like Christian or something, and they were very, like, kind of prissy about that stuff. Yeah, so they wouldn't carry actual porn. We actually got requests for that all the time. We'd be like, no, sorry, we don't carry it.
You got requests for porn. Or adult films.
Yeah. But people will be surprised by that.
That doesn't surprise me at all, because I feel like if you wanted porn, like legit fucking porn, go to like the mom and pop shop video store.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I figured...
Like, if you don't go to a chain store for something like that.
What we had, though, was our softcore porn line was called Eros.
Really?
And it was all like, it was couples, men and women, usually dating or married or something, and they would get into their skivvies, they would get into their underwear, but nothing more.
I don't know, Becky.
They would
I can't go all the way.
Yeah.
There's no room in this hug for Jesus.
And there would be a lot of necking, but not anything beyond that. It was,
It was implied sexual interaction.
Right. Yes, exactly.
That's fun. When you're 13 and need to rub one out for the 18th time that day.
Pretty much. Gooey parts.
Ooey gooey. Here's the physical part of Half-Life Alyx.
Damn it. That's not
you didn't check your clip.
Yep, there it is.
Check
you
yourself
shot him
before
right
you
in the
wreck
grundle.
yourself. Yep.
Probably only one of those.
I mean, is it the grundle of his mouth is there? Because that's the chewy
I don't know, man.
parts.
They're all aliens, so whatever we call them, it's wrong.
Yeah. I like this chair. But not
Fuck
on
that
table.
chair. Hey, there's another guy.
Turducken. So I know turducken is a turkey with a duck and a chicken inside of it, but
Right.
I've reapplied it to mean that you're actually ducking turds that monkeys are throwing at you. So you're turducken.
Yeah, that sounds like something that came out of your brain.
Yes.
What really threw me off when I started playing this was that like they kept the old Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 1 transitions.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, that's cool. I'm okay with that.
I like the transitions, especially when you upgraded your machine. They were faster because it felt more like just continuous play instead of a lot of crap.
Well, the good news is
Instead
You
of
fucked up.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
instead of a lot of waiting for
that's the torture place.
long loading screens,
Before they get there,
like tips and tricks like they do in a lot of games now.
I like the biggest one, of course, is like I remember loading up Half-Life 2 the first time I bought an SSD.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, there's no load time. Oh, you dropped your hat. That's important. You need it.
Damn it!
You clumsy oaf.
No, get it on my head. There we go. I remember the first time I came over to your apartment when you were living with Joel, and you had that laptop with the Lambda sticker from Half-Life
Oh yeah.
on it. What happened to that laptop? Did it just die
I
on you one
broke
day?
it in half.
Oh,
I literally ripped it in half.
out of anger, or because it just stopped working on you?
The hard drive on it died,
Mhm.
and I had just did a what the fuck? I had lost like a ton, like permanently lost, because I just did a hard drive transfer of some kind
Mhm.
from my desktop at the time. I put a new hard drive in my desktop, and I backed up everything on my old hard drive onto my laptop hard drive
Oh no.
to transfer back onto the new hard drive that I just upgraded to my desktop. And I had just unplugged it and like slept through the night as the transfer was going through, because back in the day you had to wait a million years for those transfers to finish.
Right.
And it was probably like, I don't know, maybe it was a terabyte at that time, because back then a terabyte was a lot of info,
Right.
and terabyte drives were really hard to come by even back then. This is going back like 20 years now.
Well, it was probably gigabyte then, because I don't think we had terabyte drives that were under like $1,000 at that point.
A gigabyte? No, not a gigabyte.
Yeah, dude. Gigabyte 20 years ago? That's a lot.
Gigabyte?
Yeah.
1 gigabyte.
Yes. I'm saying 20 years ago, that was a lot of hard drive space.
No.
You better look it up.
What are we talking, like 2000?
Yeah, I still had hard drives that were only a few megs. Well, maybe not a gigabyte, but in the early 2000s, up until about 2007
All right,
or so.
Yeah, maybe 500 gigs.
Yeah.
500 gigabyte drive. And even then it was probably like a 54, the speed, not a 7200 RPM drive.
Yeah.
Because it was a fucking laptop hard drive.
That's cool.
You've got glowies.
Do.
possibly. Are you seeing floating garbage?
So anyway, I just backed up everything on my desktop to my laptop drive in the hopes of transferring it back over to the new hard drive on the fucking desktop, and my laptop fucking blue screened
Oh, no.
and wiped the hard drive.
Jesus.
So I permanently lost all this stuff that I just transferred.
What was on there?
And it was like, back then I was really into photography, so I lost like 3 years worth of photos
Oh, that sucks.
that I had like worked on and edited.
Yeah.
And some of them were like, thankfully, like cloud didn't exist back then,
Right.
but I had some of them online on like Flickr,
Yeah.
and some other photo sharing stuff. And I probably lost like school assignments and just like random shit, game saves. I probably lost tons of game saves because cloud didn't exist.
Right. You keep saying
So
that.
like my fucking Quake 4 save files gone forever,
Yeah.
all like whatever else game I was playing at the time, gone forever.
I used to back those up on a thumb drive just in case.
Yeah. Whatever mods for games that I had worked on, all gone.
Yeah.
And I probably tried to
Whoa.
recover the information on that drive tons of times and failed. And then something else on that laptop had died that same week. So it was like a combination of a ton of things failing all over at once. So I literally, after the last blue screen that I got, I just was so frustrated that I just took the laptop and bent it over backwards on my knee.
Jeez.
And
Did you instantly regret it?
roommate at the time was like, what the fuck was that? And like I held up like 4 pieces of a laptop.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to throw this away now. And I'm going to go to Micro Center. Do you want to come with me?
I remember you and Joel were working. This is around the same time you and Joel were working on creating a silk screen for Poor Porkins from Star Wars.
Right. I probably lost that file
Oh man.
in there and had to recreate it because we did make that shirt.
Oh, you did?
We did, yeah.
We should
but-
recreate it and make merch out of it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Star Wars crap.
Yeah.
Poor Porkins. Well, Joel and I were working on videos at the time too, so we probably lost whatever we were working on back then.
Yeah.
I'm losing your signal. Alex,
I'm underground now.
still hear me? Keep heading in the same direction and trying to get above ground.
Russell?
Hey.
I'm so fucking fed up with that fucking piece of shit laptop.
Did you buy a new computer or a new laptop right after that, or you just?
I had just upgraded my desktop,
Mm,
so I wasn't going to buy another laptop
okay.
then because, that's money. Ooh, look at this place. It's all
Yeah.
twirly-whirly-woo.
Hey, it's Sheik symbol from Legend of Zelda.
It's a Sheikah slate thingy. it's
Ice cream.
It's time to fight.
The Alyx fans,
It's the Alyx fan.
you received my messages.
I did?
These are Vortigots, right?
Yeah.
Vortigots?
Vortig-
Oh, he's got pets.
Yes.
Thanks.
That pet's about to eat it, or get eaten.
So, what's a Vortigaunt doing?
He's a botanist.
here?
Oh,
He ripped out his schmeckle
Right, but I mean, in
Ugh.
general.
and ate it.
what do you think it tastes like? Is it like squid?
I don't know.
Calamari?
Perhaps.
That's terrible, and I hope.
He's got a dangly dude
I'm
coming out of his
too
head.
busy looking for my father,
I mean, it's not his head, it's out of his chest.
Eli.
No, up here. He's got like a little stringy thing coming out of his head and his wrist.
Need to get moving.
Bandages?
No, the
On
green
my arms and my
this
legs
thingy.
for you.
Look, I appreciate.
What are you talking about?
The little dangly string thing that's coming off of his right arm and the right side
You're
of
just
his
making
head.
shit up, Ives. You just
Alright.
want to sound cool in front of everybody.
I'm gonna eat this rotten potato. Fuck your
Dude.
plate.
That's not yours. You're a
Everything's
bad guest.
everything's mine.
I'm gonna kill your lunch.
I'm gonna pre-kill your lunch.
Pre-kill. This place is
A mess.
weird.
Yeah.
That's
Tap,
like
tap.
Miyazaki stuff over there.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's cardboard.
It's like an Iron Maiden of the future.
Sweet. Run to the hills.
Would help. I really would, but
Run for your life.
the
Yes.
Alyx Vance is honestly very busy saving her dad.
You will not save him. He is dead.
So what do you think they use that middle arm for?
Will be.
Grabbing
Is
stuff?
or will be.
It is.
I mean, you're probably going with that kind of sexual thing, right?
That was my first thought, yes. But they don't seem to have any genitals underneath, so
You don't know.
Look,
maybe.
thank you for everything.
You're
but
not a xenobiologist.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for riddles.
You remember the show Xena on, I think it was the WB?
Sure. What about
It was like my first boner.
that?
Well, not
Really?
that. But it was like the first consistent show that I watched
I'm sorry.
where I was attracted to the female protagonist.
Really? That show did nothing for me.
If
Really?
I run across your
Not like
friends,
at all.
I will see what I can do.
I thought it was too silly.
Okay. Well, it was silly. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm not saying that the people on the show weren't attractive. They were very attractive, but I don't know. Something about it was just like really off.
Lucy Lawless and then Kevin Sorbo was Hercules in the sister show. Ooh.
Cool. Put it in your mouth.
I tried. It wouldn't go. Gooey
Neat.
bits.
Gooey's.
Very hard gooey bits, apparently.
No, leave them alone. You don't need to touch everything. Like a toddler. Oh, it's a store.
Yeah.
I will help.
It's a,
Is this Mario Party? Do I get like 20
it's a warp
coins?
star.
Why?
For guidance.
Okay, thanks. Are you done helping?
I am not. Sustenance.
Sweet.
I'll eat it later.
You can put it in your mouth and eat it, and also, when you're done, you could wear it as a hat.
It's like a Twinkie. Lasts forever.
I doubt that's true. Probably smells awful very
Yeah.
quickly after death.
Yeah.
Let's continue this adventure next time.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Night night.
If it's nighttime. Otherwise, goodbye.